I want to personally invite you to come into our synagogue and experience all that Bethel has to offer. I want you to come and sit in our sanctuary and enjoy a service on a Friday night or on a Shabbos morning, because I think that you're going to walk away feeling better about yourself, more empowered as a Jewish person, more empowered as a parent, more ennobled as a spouse. As Jewish adults, we have a responsibility to our God, to our family, but primarily to our children. We have a responsibility to raise strong, caring, independent Jewish children who can stand on their own, comfortable in their identity, aware of the responsibilities that are incumbent upon them as future Jewish leaders. At our synagogue, we take those responsibilities very seriously, and we love your children because we know that they are the Jewish future. I think that you will find that this place will help you to maximize your potential, to realize that you have untapped springs of spiritual energy inside of you that will blossom to full fruit if you give it the chance. I think that this congregation has created that for generations, and it may just be what you and your family are looking for as well. So I invite you to come and experience our synagogue, sit in on a class, come and meet with me personally, but find out what Bethel can do for you and how it can build your spirit and your soul and make your life better and give you something you didn't even know you were missing.
December 1920. Camden's growing Jewish community establishes a new conservative synagogue and Hebrew school in the Parkside section of the city. Congregation Bethel is born as a place where Jewish ideals can be instilled in the hearts and minds of a younger generation.
It was a friendly place. It was a place where you always felt safe. It was, to me, it was another home.
In 1924, my family moved to Parkside, which in Camden, and my three older sisters and I were born into Bethel.
In 1960, the congregation purchased 10 acres of land on Chapel Avenue in Cherry Hill, and on a beautiful day in May 1968, the new home of Congregation Bethel was dedicated. Congregation Bethel came to be known as the preeminent conservative synagogue in South Jersey.
Even though the synagogue was beautiful there and we all were attached to it and loved it, you'd have to get used to new things.
In 2000, the new Bethel Voorhees Appel Educational Campus opened at Main Street. The new early childhood, religious, and Hebrew high school was central to ensuring the growth of Judaism in the community and became the cornerstone of growth for Bethel. In 1994, a young Associate Rabbi Aaron Krupnick joined Bethel and succeeded Rabbi Kahn as Senior Rabbi upon his retirement in 2000.
We make sure that members feel comfortable with their clergy, with each other, with the leaders of the congregation. Bethel is a place where all the pieces fit.
After serving 4 generations over the past 88 years, Congregation Bethel saw the need for a new home and began the joyful work of planning and building for future generations.
Many volunteers gave up their time and energy to help in building this building. And I think that that is just something that's important to the people that are members here.
On a spectacular Sunday in April 2009, hundreds of congregation members and their families began the joyous 6-mile procession of the Torah scrolls from Chapel Avenue to the new $20 million synagogue at Main Street in Voorhees.
It is unbelievable, but this is truly the work of hundreds of people for the last 17 years.
I loved the old Bethel, so it was a bittersweet experience leaving it. But you know what? We're going into just a beautiful new home.
It was amazing to see how quickly people were able to make the transition from one building to another and very readily began to call this home.
The new Bethel is truly a tribute to the love, dedication, and foresight of a congregation committed to their faith, their community, and one another.
Children are learning what we call mitzvot, commandments. And part of that, on a child's level, is learning right from wrong. It's learning how to share with other people, all in a Jewish content.
Social action is a very important part of everything that we teach in our schools, and our kids take full advantage of it.
Just as this new, modern facility meets the physical and educational needs of the congregation, the modern, youthful, egalitarian clergy and leadership of Bethel meets the spiritual needs of the entire Bethel family, young and old.
There are no illusions with our clergy. They are the same people up on that bima every Shabbat morning, every Friday night, every bar and bat mitzvah, that they are behind the doors of their offices.
Rabbi Jeff, I think, he's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. He's somebody that I really look up to.
We really take a lifelong approach to education here, but absolutely starting out focusing on the children so that they have that foundation to build upon, and really ultimately through their connection with Torah can have the connection with God that the Torah represents.
I believe that the children learning the prayers from the earliest age possible, they are passionate about it. They don't even remember learning the prayers, and yet they know them.
Torah is a tree of life for all who grab onto it at any time of their lives and at any age.
Bethel is a feeling of home for our family.
No matter what age you are, no matter what stage in life you are, this is a place that has something for you.
You don't feel that this place is a cold, large institution. It's a home.
How awesome is this place? This is none other than Bethel, the house of God, and this is truly the gate of heaven.